Good evening. My name is Specialist McDade, and today we'll be going over the foundation of Army leadership and what it means to be a good leader. The overall classification of this brief is unclassified. A good leader can be defined as someone who has assumed the role or been assigned the role of a leadership position, and someone who inspires and influences others to accomplish the organization's goals and their own personal goals. An Army leader can be broken down into three categories, and we will be going over this today in this briefing. Those categories are leading, develop, and achieve. When it comes to the leading aspect, you want to know as an Army leader who you were leading and why you were leading them. So when it comes to who you were leading, you want to get to know your soldiers on a personal and professional level. When it comes to the personal level, you know what their home situation is, and just in general what kind of person they are, and if they are having any troubles with their home situation, their home lives, their family situation, family lives, then you as an Army leader should be able to put them on the right path to be able to guide them so they can seek help and be mission capable become mission capable and mission ready. When it comes to a professional level, you want to know your soldiers' strengths and weaknesses, how you can better help them with their weaknesses, whether it's PT or shooting, marksmanship, stuff like that. You as a leader can be there to teach them and train them up to become better all around. When it comes to why you were leading them, you want to know, and soldiers also want to know, like, what is the mission, why are they there, why are they doing what they're doing. And you as a leader, you need to be able to give them that answer and give them that response, and just all around be able to set them on the straight and narrow path. When it comes to developing, as an Army leader, you want to develop your soldiers so they will be as good as you are as an Army leader, and if not better than you as an Army leader. So when you leave the organization, you know that your teachings and your skills will be passed down from their soldiers to their soldiers, and so on and so forth. Also, it's good to develop yourself as an Army leader, and being in a leadership position, you get a lot of feedback and develop yourself and help yourself become a better leader. And just all around developing is just key. When it comes to achieving, soldiers have their own goals and their own missions that they want to achieve. You have, as a leader, have your own goals and your own missions you want to achieve, along with the unit's goals and missions. So it's helping your soldiers achieve their goals, whether it be score 300 on the APFT, or maxing out the ACFT. You as a leader can do afternoon PT with your team or with your squad, or do gym sessions with individual soldiers and help them accomplish those goals. Other goals for soldiers can be certain schools they want to get into, Ranger School, stuff like that, and you as a leader help them and set them on that path so they can accomplish their goals and their missions that they want to do. Goals and missions as a leader, me currently being in BLC, my goal is to get my E5 and get my sergeant, so I can better myself as a leader and I can progress through the ranks and move forward along in my Army career. And then accomplishment of your unit's mission, depending on what that may be, if you're going on a deployment or if you have a big training cycle coming up, just helping out where you can and to accomplish those goals and those missions of your unit. What a good leader means, or what is a good leader? A good leader is someone who puts his or her soldiers' needs in front of their own while still accomplishing the mission. Like I said, depending on what the needs of their soldier is, if they have family issues, so on and so forth. Yeah. And then how to be a good leader. A good leader must know how to deal with soldiers' problems, along with whatever problems may occur within the unit. So if you have some tasks come down and you're shorthanded, as a leader, you should be able to delegate who needs to be where and what needs to be done at this time. And as a soldier, training up your soldiers, you know that they will be able to accomplish that mission or that goal. And as a good leader, you should be able to know, or you should know your job and your job or MOS. And with that, if a leader doesn't know his job or if it's MOS, then how is he expected to train their soldiers in what they need to be done? So you definitely, as a leader, should know your job and should know your MOS to help move along in the situation. To summarize everything we've gone through in this briefing so far, went over the definition of what an Army leader is, what it means to be a good leader, and how to be a good leader and how to apply it. Questions due to COVID-19. I had these questions submitted to me, so I will be going over those. First question is, how does being a good leader transition into the civilian world? Being a good leader and being in a leadership position looks really good on a civilian resume. So, like when employer in the civilian world looks at that on your resume and he knows that you know what you're doing and you know how to do your job, and just all around being able to do that work. Second question is, what should you strive to do while in a leadership position? You should definitely, like I said, develop your soldiers to be better than you, and you want to be able to leave the organization or leave your unit knowing that you left that place better than you found it. You should also, just try to make everything all around better in general when it comes to paperwork organizations or your platoon, just how your platoon is or your platoon SOPs. You should try to strive to change those for the better. Last question, what does leadership mean to you? Leadership means to me that just all around being a good guy and knowing your job is probably the two things that are utmost for me. Just knowing your job in general is a really big one, because if you really don't know your job, then you really don't know how to train your soldiers, and then you pretty much have a team that doesn't know what they're doing. So that's all the questions I got. Again, my name is Specialist McDade, and this classification of this briefing has been unclassified. And in this briefing, we went over the foundation of Army leadership and what it means to be a good leader.